Not do it. Like, do you think you should separate the person from the art?
I think it depends. Like, I don't know, because I was actually thinking about myself this morning because I was reading a thing obviously about the recent baby scandal, and a lot of people's argument was kind of like, oh well, like look at everything Eminem got away with. I don't know. I think it's just very like. I think it's hard to separate the artist and the artist, but I think I think it depends as well what order you encounter them in. I think if someone introduced me to an artist and like, oh, by the way, like they did this, they've said this, they've done this, which was kind of like, I knew a bit about the baby. I was never the baby fan, so I was always like, yeah, there's nothing here that I'm like, I haven't like got this like pre-built kind of appreciation of the art, and I think that's kind of more the thing. Whereas like,
yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Whereas for like Kanye West, like I've been asked before, obviously, like, is there anything Kanye West could do that would really just be like, I just can't appreciate him anymore? I don't know, like, because he's like, there's been points I've just been like, yeah, like this is like really messed up, Kanye, like, like the whole like I remember he done like this thing like and he cried because like he considered like it was like at a presidential rally he cried because him and his wife considered getting an abortion, and he was just like telling everyone this at like a presidential rally, and I was just like, yeah, that's really shitty to your wife because it's just like this very, very, very intimate decision. And then like there was another one he done recently. This was like around the presidential rally time where he was just talking about like, I don't know, was he calling his own family a racist, or they were trying to have him sectioned and all this different thing, and we're like forcing medication on him, and it's just sort of just like, that's just like so much to your family. Because it's one thing when he's just like saying dumb shit about like Drake and Twitter, like Drake's a big boy, like he can look after himself, like he can go home to his very nice house, be sad about it there, and I'm sure he'll get over it. Like, but when it's kind of your own family, it's just kind of like, yeah, that's very low. And he's definitely done some other things with Trump, but then it's just like, I've kind of obviously sort of grown up listening to a lot of Kanye West.
I think that's a lot of legacy artists. I think have that.
Oh yeah, I mean, like there are so many artists out there that have moved past scandal. Like a big infamous one is A Tribe Called Quest. So I might have told you the story of this song before, where they have a song on the album called Rap Promoter, I believe, or something, and it's a diss to their own label because they wouldn't let them release what was basically the most homophobic song ever recorded. The lyrics on it are just like baffling. Like, it was the 90s, but it's like it's really, really, really bad. And obviously the label are like, yeah, you can't release this. And the label were literally happier with a song coming out, like just like slating them. That's how like bad PR this album is going to be. But then it's weird because like Eminem has also done some very, very questionable things, and I think it just depends as well who it comes from. I think because I don't think like with these sort of things that really like people are basing it off. It's just like, oh, if you don't have the following to survive this, like you have to change because it's just like
yeah.
Thing. Whereas Eminem has kind of built a name where it's kind of like, yeah, he's another one. I don't really like Eminem, or I think he's a bit of an idiot that's just like stuck in the past, and it's just like pretty much like a lot of his recent albums he's just been like making fun of like new rappers that are like tiny, like and he's just like blatantly homophobic about Tyler the Creator. But it wasn't even just like homophobic, it was just like he made it like a he was like, you worship D12 balls, you're sacrilegious. Was that that wasn't Tyler, that was someone else. He said like something about them worshipping D12's balls. I guess you're sacrilegious. And it was just so terrible. And it's just like, I don't know how anyone can like Eminem. He's so corny to me. He just says so many things. It's just like, oh, this makes me feel violently ill. Like Venom. He done it quite recently for the Venom movie. And it's just got this like Venom, 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 like hook chorus thing. It's horrible. The last like 5 Eminem albums have been honestly getting to like the unlistenable point yet, but still he's putting out terrible music. He's an asshole, and he's still just like cemented himself as this pop figure. So it's like, yeah, it'll probably go to number 1. he'd sell out every show. He'd go to the show and wear like an SS uniform, and everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, that was like this really daring statement he made," and not like. So I think it definitely depends, like how you've built your image, because he came out at a time where like he came out definitely in like early 2000s, and being edgy was just very like it's like the end thing for a while. Everyone was kind of making the most extreme comments, like. And
it was mid 90s, not early 2000s.
Well, like, but I think he probably blew up in like the early 2000s. Like obviously he done like the Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah.
But I would personally say that like in terms of like mainstream media attention, it's probably like the Eminem show.
Yeah, 2002.
Yeah, that really caused him to just like develop this, because I would say. I mean, the first song I heard from him was probably 8 Mile, and I didn't mind it, but I just never really got into him. I don't know. I hated his voice always. I just found him to be quite like, and then some of the stuff he said, like even as a kid, I was like, this is just dumb. Like this is just like a playground insult you said against as like a 48-year-old man. Like I'm gonna actually Google this here. I'm gonna find you some of the worst Eminem lines. Because me and my housemate have had many discussions about this. I have them saved somewhere on my phone of just the worst, the most corny, embarrassing things Eminem has ever said. And there's so many. Like, we could do a podcast on that. Like this one, like, "Oh, I'm the butt police, and I'm looking at your rear. A grown man. Oh, hey, this is a bad one I have saved. Couldn't even find the page I was writing this rhyme on. Oh, it's on the Rampage.
What?
Yeah. I guess the page has gone missing. Oh, this might be the most like the one that I heard, and I was just like, that cannot be real. And it's like, maybe that's why I'm so bananas. I appeal to all those walks of life.
Oh my God.
It's a banana pun.
That's a cracker joke there.
Yeah.
Christmas time.
Yeah. It is. It's literally like what your dad would say, but he said it as like this, like probably the most successful rapper to ever live, other than Jay-Z. What other ones are there? Toilets clogged because I'm talking a lot of shit, but I'm backing it all up. Oh no, I forgot about this one. I must be allergic to failure, because every time I come close to it, I just sneeze, but I just go achieve, then achieve.
Oh dear.
Rap is terrible, like for horrible lines, and it's just like hard. Like if you like, they have like all these different people in the studio with them, and it still gets through. Like there's a very famous Lil Yachty one, where he mistakes the clarinet for the cello.
Yeah.
That everyone will probably know of. And then there's one J. Cole can't stop rapping about poo. Like so many, like he has one that's, "I'm the shit, you can't out fart me." And it's real, he says it. And then people want to be like, "Oh, J. Cole's the best rapper of this generation." It's just like, he can't be. The best rapper cannot have said that. That's insane. That's like something your kid would say. "You can't out fart me." I'm trying to think. Drake is a really
One shall not outfart me. No.
Yeah. Drake is a really infamous one as well on Pop Styles. And it's got so many chains. I'm like chaining Tatum.
Dear.
And it's real. And these are... Drake's another... And Lil Wayne's got some real bad ones. And it's just like, come on. There's like 20 people in the studio.